This is your sign to stop giving your power away. I was working with a client and she really desires to get promoted in her company. And what she said to me in our meeting was striking, but I think we do it a lot as women, as people that are looking for someone else to give us permission. We tend to want to see what other people have to say before we honor the voice that we know we hear inside of us. And so what she was saying in our meeting is that before she decides what new career she wants to go in, what line of work that she wants to consider for herself, she wants to hear what her supervisors have to say. She wants to hear what her managers have to say. She wanted to hear what other people had to say about where they saw her. Now, here's the thing. I don't think this is wrong in the sense of I believe that it's important to look for people that know, like, and trust you, that see the best in you and want to give you feedback for improvement, but also sometimes other people can see our gaps, our blind spots, and our potential more than we can at times. So I don't think it's wrong, but I am really big on helping my clients start to trust their own voice, start to trust what God is saying to them, start to trust what they already know, which a lot of times ends up getting buried because of all of the voices that we hear. And we're in a society where it's so many people talking to us all the time. And ladies, I know what it's like to scroll and someone says something and it makes you wonder, like, am I doing that good enough? Because they look like they're killing it. So we are bombarded with so much information from other people, from other sources, that can make us feel like we need to know what someone else thinks. And again, that doesn't have to be wrong, but it doesn't need to be your default. And so this video is really to help you begin to start trusting your own voice, because what I told my client is it actually would benefit you more to spend time with yourself and to get really, really clear on what you desire versus going to other people to get their thoughts of what you should do. You take that on, and now that becomes your answer when you don't even know if it was your answer because you haven't checked in with yourself, you haven't checked in with God, you haven't checked in to know what would be the answer for me. And I understand what it's like to be that person because I've been that person. I've been that person that would always want to know what someone else thought before I made a decision, because I didn't even really know what the decision is for me, and I didn't want to make a decision because I was afraid, well, what if I decide something and it's wrong, versus just trusting what I desired. And I feel like this happens so often that many women that I work with don't give themselves the opportunity to really consider what they desire anymore. And so what I want you to do is consider, what do you desire? What do you want? What do you desire to see happen? What is the vision that you have in your head that maybe you're too afraid to say because you haven't seen it happen yet, and maybe you think it's too late for you, or maybe you're too afraid to say it because you know that this means, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to step up and be that boss chick that I know I am, but I don't want to do it because I don't know if people are going to think about me differently. Just all the things that we say in our mind that we're afraid to say out loud. So we're looking for confirmation outside of ourselves. But the best confirmation, 1000%, is going to be the confirmation that you get on the inside. It's going to be the confirmation that you get from that quiet time that you spend with God. It's going to be that confirmation that you get when you're journaling, when you wake up in the morning and you're alone with your thoughts. It's that confirmation that you get when you finally stop scrolling and you finally turn the TV off and really sit with yourself and give yourself the opportunity to hear your own freaking thoughts. Because listen, we are bombarded from hearing other people's thoughts all the time. When you scroll on social media, you are bombarded by other people's thoughts. You are bombarded by them. Even the thoughts you don't want to hear, like what people ate today, what they wore today, what they bought today, who they saw today. It's not all congratulations and accolades. Sometimes it's just people's normal day. We are bombarded by stuff we would have never have known prior to the internet about what people think about every single thing. And so we can get addicted to ignoring our own voice. Oh, I gotta say that again. You can get addicted to ignoring your own voice. I know what that's like, to be addicted to ignoring my own voice. There were years upon years where I knew that it was time for me to coach, consult, train. I've desired to be a speaker my whole life. My first job, you all, ladies, my first job was being a speaker for a nonprofit organization. I say a speaker, but it was really like we were facilitators, and it was my favorite thing to do. I loved speaking. I loved doing group work, and I was doing it with students, mostly girls. And I knew then that I'm like, oh my goodness, I love doing this work. So I did it for years, but I also did it in a way that was only if I worked somewhere, which is not bad, but I knew I was called to do it on my own. I knew that I was called to reach millions of women and girls. I knew that I was called to help people create their best life. And I kept asking people, or asking assessments. You know how you take assessments like, oh, tell me what my career path should be. Tell me what I should do. I actually love assessments, and I'm not hating on them. I just think that there is something about us using those things as confirmation, which is like, or not even confirmation. So let me scratch that. It's like, I think it's different when using those things as like I don't want to use anything to, I think it's cool to use those things to affirm what you've already heard. So that's my clear thought. I don't think that it's wise to go into a thing looking for it to give you the answer. I think that we would actually be further along in our personal life, our professional life, all areas of our life, if we would give ourselves more chances to get the answer from ourselves and just allow the things around us to affirm what we already know. It's like we're afraid to lock in on what we already know for ourselves. Like, I was almost afraid to lock in, even though I know, like, if you ask me, like, it's kind of like if you knew what you knew, what would you do differently today? If you knew that you knew that what you desired was possible, what would you think different? How would you think differently? What would you do differently? And that question alone lets you know that you already know what's next for you. You're just caught up in the how. And so this is a video to get you out of your ish, get you out of all of this funk that's been keeping you from owning what you actually desire. And so when I talked to this client, going back to the client that I was working with, that is what she knew. Like, I know what I need to do. I know I need to just sit down and just articulate what I desire versus going to this person first, because it's actually far better to take an assessment, go to the people in your circle when you have a sense of what you actually desire, so that you're not taken off course because somebody's gonna say something else. Like, I almost got taken off course with this work. So I have been a speaker all of my life, and I have been asked to consider shifting my business into doing work around helping women become, speakers. I have no problem with that, and I feel like at one point in my life, or even in some of the work that I do, that I will do a course in that. I probably will go that direction, but probably not hardcore, because I do believe in helping women find their voice. I do believe in helping women be more powerful speakers in whatever room that they're in. I do believe that the core of my work is helping women become the person that they see in their head in every area of their life. Like, that is like the core of what I desire to help people with. But if I would have gone off mission because of what someone that I know, love, and trust said to me, I would still be successful, but I would still feel unaligned. I would end up doing what many of us do, coming back to ourselves like, what am I supposed to do? Blah, blah, blah. When it's like, you already knew in the first place, you keep just jumping around and doing other things. And that's what I don't want my clients to do. I'm like, I don't want you to jump around doing other things when there's something else you desire. Okay, one more client example, and then I'm gonna jump off with you all, because this one was aligned to this same topic. one of my clients actually got a really awesome, promotion, and it was a promotion she didn't ask for, which is always awesome. Give me a promotion. I didn't ask for that, but here, I'm here for it. I'm here for more money. I'm here for all the things because I deserve it. And she has been an amazing employee to this organization for years upon years, and so she's got this amazing promotion. And our work together is about really digging into what she desires her trajectory to be. And so because she's in a new position, just like anybody else, they want to work on time management. They want to work on managing themselves in this new position. And that's what I do a lot with the women that I work with. And so even though that was important, I said, hey, I know that that's something that you want to work through, and we could definitely work through that. I definitely want you to not lose sight of crafting for you what is your desire in your professional world. Because they gave you a promotion that you didn't ask for, if you tell me right now that that is exactly what you desired in your trajectory, then we don't have to work on it. But if you tell me right now that that's not necessarily what you had envisioned for yourself, then we need to keep painting the picture. And so she said the latter is not necessarily what she had painted for herself. And because of that, I'm like, cool, so we're gonna keep painting a picture of what you desire so you can get that, and we'll accept all the blessings along the way. We will. But what we're not gonna do is accept someone's gift as if that's the answer, like we should be done doing what we believe, because who am I to want more after someone gave me a promotion? But who am I not to? Like, who am I not to? Is that wrong? Who am I not to? It doesn't mean I'm not grateful, but what I'm not gonna do, because it's my life, is sit in this place of default accepting what someone gave me and no longer seeking God, no longer getting quiet with myself to understand what it is that I actually desire, what I'm actually called to. Because then at some point I'm gonna feel out of alignment. Like, it was going to come back up for her if she wasn't honest with herself in that moment, and I'm so glad she was. And so I want to encourage you to get clear before you take an assessment, before you go into ChatGPT. I've been guilty. I'll be like, Desiree, we're not doing that. We're gonna get the answer. We're gonna talk to God. We're gonna sit. We're gonna journal. We're gonna get the answer, because we got the answers. You get to get the answers for yourself before you get in front of people, because there's, and again, I'm almost done, but I hope you're digging this, because I am. Before you get into rooms with people that could potentially help you get to where you desire, and maybe I'll do a whole nother video on this, you need to have a sense of what you desire. You going in there just like, well, I'm not sure what I want, but what do you think? That's low level energy. That's like, you don't even know what you want, and you're in this room with someone that can potentially move mountains. Like, that's not attractive. That's not attractive to me. Like, that's novice to me. If I was that person, I would coach them to go back and do their own homework, because I'm not going to be the voice that tells you what things are and what you should do. Like, you have to learn to do that for yourself, and then I can partner with you after that, because I can't be responsible for your happiness, your career track. That's on you. And I think a lot of us want to pass that on because we're afraid of, again, being wrong, choosing wrong. Why does it have to be wrong? Why can't it just be a part of your journey? So if you like this video, and if you're here, I know you have, go ahead and like, comment, share all the things. And if you are that woman that desires to step fully into who you know you are, then I'm your girl. I have a free gift for you, free 99. I have a course coming out called Future Her. The course is not free, but it's not out yet, and so I do have a sneak peek of 2 of the videos that I have in the course. If you click the link below, you'll get that, and then you'll also know when the course comes out, so that you can be a part of stepping into your future self now. So until the next time, have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.